Well, this week we are down at the solid waste and recycling facility, and we're actually standing in the recycling area of the facility. And I have Jason Sherband here with me from the city of Thunder Bay. How are you doing, Jason?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. It's gorgeous out. It's November. No complaints?
No complaints here, no.
Excellent. Now, we're here to talk about recycling and what you guys at home should be doing. Behind me here, there's bins, tons of different green bins, and they all take different things. And I see everything is nicely color-coded.
Yes, it is. So just in Thunder Bay, there's 2 ways that you can recycle. There is one of 3 residential recycling depots that we have in addition to the curbside collection. And it makes us a little bit unique because not every municipality out there has both services. We do offer that.
Did you used to have to pay for recycling?
Years ago, it was a subscription service back when it first started, when it first evolved, when it was just depots and stuff like that. And obviously, it's evolved way beyond that now. But yes, in the beginning, it was a subscription service.
But not anymore.
But not anymore, no.
Excellent. Tell us about how one goes about recycling.
So like I mentioned, in Thunder Bay, we have curbside collection or recycling at depots. So we have 3 residential recycling depots in the city. One is located in the south side of the city, one in the north, and one here at the landfill site. So when you're accessing the one here at the landfill site, you come in before the scales, so it's free. A lot of people don't realize that, in fact, it is free, that you don't have to pay. So you come into this area, you have the depot right here with all the bins, and what we just ask is that you separate every item out. So bin for cardboard, paper, pop cans, glass, etc. So everything that you can recycle at the curb, you can recycle here. It's just separating everything out. The one bonus of the depots is you don't have to use a blue bag. So a lot of things we hear is people don't like blue bags, there's a cost to them, etc. So it's a way to participate in the program without absorbing the cost of a blue bag.
So you just kind of pop your stuff in a garbage bag if you want, but don't put the garbage bag in, empty it out?
Yes, so you can bring it in, a cardboard box if you want, a garbage bag, whatever you want, as long as you don't leave that bag here. But any means really that you can get it here is okay with us.
Is there a courtesy when it comes to recycling? Like, do you have to rinse everything out first?
It is, and the courtesy more is with the workers at the processing facility. You can imagine the summer months with the heat and stuff, the smell of stuff on cans. So it's not that we say you have to, it's more of a courteous thing, more for the workers.
Exactly, and do that, people. So what do you have in your hand here? This looks infamous. So,
you do not want to see one of these on your blue bag. So if you put your bags out at the curb and you've come home after work and you've seen this lovely tag there, that means you've probably done something wrong. So the nice thing is that you're able to look at this card. The driver would have ticked off on here what you would have done wrong, and gives you the opportunity to go back and correct it and put it back out on your next collection. So we have a 2-stream, what I like to call a 2-stream plus recycling system. So containers in one bag, so your pop cans, Tetra Paks, plastic bottles, number 1 or 2. The second bag would be your fibers, so paper, cereal boxes, those type of things. And then we ask that the cardboard is flat and twined. So I like to call it a 2-stream plus. So some of the common things that we see unfortunately are the plastics that we don't take here in Thunder Bay. Right. So the yogurt containers, those type of things, that's the common things that people will put in the bag. Unfortunately, it has implications in the processing side of things, so we do have to tag that. Oh. But it does give you the opportunity, like I said, to go back, pull that stuff out and put it back on the curb. The other thing is, the weight limit. As is in garbage, there's a 40-pound weight limit. Again, that's more or less for the safety of the workers and not lifting bags. As we get closer to Christmas, the thing is wrapping paper. That's not accepted as recycling. That's a common thing around the holidays, so that's a good reminder of people to not put that in there. So just some standard things. It's simple things, and so it's not a bad thing to get one of these. It kind of
education, right?
It's education, yeah.
Learning process.
Yeah.
Excellent. And like Jason said, the wrapping paper isn't recyclable. Even though it is paper, it's full of all kinds of inks and dyes. So use newspaper. Use all kinds of old stuff kicking around your house. Yeah, decorative bags, tins, old maps, old newspapers, anything. Maps. Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah, so there's all just getting creative, really. And if you got kids at home and stuff, you guys can get creative and finding different ways to wrap things. So yeah.
Excellent. Now I just have to throw this one curveball at you before we wrap up here. I've had a lot of people come up to me saying that they don't think that a lot of the stuff that gets picked up on the curbside gets recycled.
So yes, that's a big myth. It's unfortunate that it's still out there in the community, but you're right, we do hear it all the time, and in fact it is recycled. The recycling is a regulated program. It's something that we must do. So there's stats, there's legislative reporting, etc. So it doesn't come out to the landfill site. The only stuff that does come back here is the stuff that you're putting in a blue bag that's not recyclable. Right. So like I'm saying, those plastics, anything that's not recyclable, that stuff has to come back here. Right. So if we can do our job and do a better job of putting it out to the curb or putting the proper stuff in these bins, the less we're going to see coming back here. So
that's what people are seeing then, I guess.
So that's what people are seeing. Yeah. So
gotcha.
So
all right.
It is recycled.
Busted. Myth busted.
Myth busted, yes.
Thank you, Jason. We will be talking to Jason a little bit later on about what you can do with all that old electronics you have kicking around in your basement. But first, we're going to start off our show with the Masonic Chip program. It's a child identification program. Check this out.